Hello, sweet friends. Welcome to my channel, Lazy Creek Homestead, where I hope to be encouragement to you in all things on the homestead, in the kitchen, mom life, and a little bit in between, because you never know the love and chaos you'll find here on Lazy Creek Homestead. In today's video, we're out in the garden, and I'm going to share with you my sweet potato experiment. I definitely learned some things next year. I'm going to try to grow sweet potatoes again. I'm going to try to do it in ground this time and maybe plant them a little bit earlier than the end of June. But I'm happy with the harvest that we got. So let's get to the garden and I'll share with you how we did. Hi, I'm getting these two big containers together to be some new raised beds. And I thought I'd share with you how I do it. I put some old hay that's been pretty composted down for a while at the bottom of each of these. And then I just got a 5-gallon bucket and my little hand rake here. And I just kind of raked up the leaves and the little sticks and stuff that are on the ground because I live in the middle of the woods. And I added that in, and then I'm going to put in some store-bought bag of garden mix, and I'm going to mix in some of my own compost. And we're going to plant some sweet potatoes in here. And this is the bag of garden soil I'm going to use. And I'm going to try to layer that with my compost. And this might not be exciting to very many people, but homemade dirt. Alright, I filled up these buckets with, I did a layer of my own compost, and then the bagged garden dirt, and I just layered it like that. And I also put in a layer, some ash from our outdoor fire pit. I'm just going to give this a good mix, and we're going to get our sweet potato slips in here. Alright, here we have our sweet potato experiment. We filled up these buckets like we would our raised beds, and we planted some sweet potato slips in here, and we're going to dig them up and see what happens. Got a lot of grass and stuff in here. Kind of just planted these guys and let them do their thing. See, the vines grew quite the distance. Even longer on the other side. Let's see what we get. Oh, tiny little sweet potatoes. That's better than I expected. Oh, I broke them. To be a little bit more careful. I expected everything to kind of look like this, honestly. All right, well, let's keep going. So like I mentioned, I've never grown sweet potatoes before. This is interesting to me. Like, the vine kind of rooted itself. Probably should have done a little bit more research, you know me. Google school and Guess that could have been a sweet potato. All those things could have been sweet potatoes. So this has a really long vine. See if that makes any difference in what we get for sweet potatoes. Here's another mess of sweet potatoes. Well, not bad. I really expected them all to be like this. Oh, look at this one. All right, we got all the plants out of there. I can see when I pulled the plants up, some of the sweet potatoes are still in the bucket. I know they look like sweet potato carrots, but I'm still impressed. I didn't expect anything to come from this little experiment. I planted the sweet potatoes, I believe, kind of late. I don't think we planted them until June. We planted them in these buckets. But, you know, sweet potato carrots are fine with me. We'll still eat them. And look at this soil. This is all basically our own compost. It's beautiful. Well, Miss Turkey and the Guineas found us. Free range birds. Free range birds. And turkey's eating peas. Well, that's the mess of sweet potatoes we got out of bucket one. And here's bucket two. Grasshopper. Same thing, the leaves are kind of starting to yellow, shrivel up a little bit. So we'll get into this and see what we can find. We don't have as much grass.
Honeybees are all over the place. Maybe we'll move this bucket out a little. Let's move my container out a little bit. We have a lot of flowers and stuff over here that my honeybees are still foraging in. And this time of year, we want them to get what they can get. This one got a little bit more sun, and the vines seem to be a little bit shorter, but the sweet potatoes seem to be a little bit bigger. So yeah, look at that. That is nice. Oh, these ones are much bigger. Look at. Yeah, so definitely the vines didn't need to be as big as they were over there. Oh, you see the worm? That is just, it like grew into a knot. And this is what we got from the second bunch.